double stroller. I already forgot the name of it. There's an update. I already have previously done like a how-to video on this stroller, so this is not a how-to video. If you want that, just check out my other video. Go ahead and click my profile and it's right there. I don't have a lot of uploads. Like my opinion on it, yeah, stay here because this is what the video is about. My opinion, I've had it for a whole year now, so I could definitely tell you what's up with this stroller. Do I like the stroller? Yes. Is this stroller for everybody? This is not for everybody. Like, if it just depends on what type of dynamic. Like, you have to be in mind like your budget, your space, and the age of your kids. I feel like the age of your kids is the #1 thing you need to keep in mind with this stroller. Is this stroller gonna work for a mom who has 2 twins, who's giving birth to twins? Won't get this stroller. This is not the stroller for a mom who has kids that are the same age or that are very, very close in age. This is a stroller for a mom who has a small baby and a toddler. Then go for it. So this is you could see it in the background. That over there is a double stroller. I bought another double stroller because my son is only 1 year old and I'm gonna have a baby in 2 months from now. Okay, so I'm literally gonna have a newborn and a 1 year old. And you moms out there, you know, a 1 year old is a baby. Okay, that's a baby. A 1 year old is still a baby. This is not gonna be comfort for 2 babies. It's not. This was doing great when it was just 1 baby and my 3-year-old. Well, she's 3 now, but she was 2 years old when I bought this, and we used it for the whole year. She was 2 years old. So, you know, for a 2-year-old, you still like to use strollers. You know, 3 years old, you can, but definitely age 2 years old, they still use strollers. They do. So it was working great for a baby and a toddler, but it's not gonna work great for my 2 baby boys. I'm having another boy, yeah. So I went ahead and bought another double stroller. That's what I did. Now the other double stroller is bigger. It's like, this one is like, you know, the length is shorter. The other one is like a little more longer. It's a little wider. It doesn't fold the way this one folds. This one I could just fold it up with the chairs intact all together, everything. The other one I have to take one of the chairs out for it to fold, and even when it's folded with just one of the chairs, it's still a very big stroller. The only double stroller in the market besides umbrella double strollers, but this is the only one in the market that is this compact. Like, it folds so flat. It literally folds flatter than a single stroller. I just got rid of my single stroller. I had a Graco Mold's Nest for 3 years. It was a great stroller. One folds flatter than that one. So like not that what I don't like, but what I don't, the reason why I had to get another stroller. Like I said, if it was just my toddler, my baby, I'd keep this because, you know, like my son, you know, he was a baby. He's 1 year old now, but he was a baby. He sat here. It was fine, you know. It's a very small chair. It's a small chair. That's why it's so compact, so slim, so lightweight, so all that, because they made this chair, the size of this chair, very small. But they did include a bench and they included the step stool. Now, you're gonna see why in a second. So this chair is good for babies, not little babies, right? Because, you know, it doesn't recline, so it's not good for babies that are like newborn. You would just remove this chair and put the car seat instead, and that would be a better fit for your newborn, or unless you want to put your newborn in the front seat, because the front seat does recline. So you could definitely put your newborn in the front seat. But obviously people don't really like having their newborn that far away from them, so you just pop your car seat in, and once your baby is able to sit up on their own, I think like 5-6 months, you could start to use this chair, and it's fine. You know, it's fine. Like I said, it's small. It's very small. So once the baby turns 1 year old, that is where you're not going to be able to use this chair anymore. But that's okay, because you could use this one. And then your toddler who was sitting here could go ahead and just sit on the bench, and that is perfectly fine. They My daughter loved it. She was happy on the bench. She loved the step stool. So it's good for a toddler. Like I said, 2 and up. The bench is great. And you could go ahead and put your 1-year-old up here in the front. So the reason why I don't recommend this for a 1-year-old or especially a 2-year-old is because it's so small, and they're essentially everything's just hanging out, like their arms, their legs, everything's just hanging out. There's no bar, there's no snack tray. You see the sides here is very open, you know, so it's like it's very like open and free. It's very dangerous for a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. So you're gonna want to strap them in tight, and for a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, they're gonna go crazy. Okay, they're gonna go crazy. They're strapped in this tight. You're not gonna have a good day. They're gonna get irritable. They're gonna get fussy. They're gonna want to get out. So because it's such a small chair, it doesn't have the snack tray. It doesn't have no footrest. They don't have like some freedom. They don't have mobility. They don't have more safety, security to hold them in. Like if you put them in this chair, because of the snack tray and the sides, it's a deeper chair. It's deeper, and the footrest, you don't have to put the seatbelt so tight. You don't need to restrain them so tightly. You could put it loose, but they're able to grab on and hold, jump up and down, move around, look to the side, and they're gonna be much more happier with more like you know, the comfort, like mobility, space. So just keep that in mind, that like if you're gonna have a kid, like a 2-year-old and a 2-year-old, like I think a 2-year-old and a 2-year-old will be fine, because one could be in the chair, one could be in the bench. But if you're gonna have like a baby and a baby, then this is not gonna be the stroller for you. Like the stroller that's back there, it has both the chairs are big, deep. So my toddler, he's a baby, he's 1 year old. He's gonna sit in the chair. He could lean back, he could put his feet up, you know, it has like the footrest to go up. He could put his feet up, he could lay down. It has like recline positions, it has snack tray, footrest, and then my baby also has the same exact chair. And it goes into bassinet mode on top of that. So I don't even have to drag around my car seat. I could just put it in bassinet mode for the newborn when I go out to the stores or on a walk. And my son, who's 1 year old, is going to be strapped in, of course. And then my 3-year-old, she'll be able to just walk about. She's already 3.5. What I don't like about it is the other one is bigger and it's more lightweight. When I push the other stroller, it's more light. I can maneuver it more easily, and it's bigger than this one. This one, like, it's very, very stiff, and it's not very, very heavy, but it's pretty heavy. Like the other one, I could literally use one hand, which is great, you know, like I could use my phone, I could drink water. And this one, I need to hold my 2 hands. You can't steer this with one hand. At least not me. Mine is pretty heavy, pretty it's not flexible at all. So I'm not like, I think this is like a steel frame. I don't even know what type of frame this is. It's just another thing that I'm not a fan of. It's not a deal breaker, of course not, but it's just something to keep in mind. Like another thing that I'm not a fan of, but it's not a deal breaker, is the fact that, you know, you can't switch the positions of the chairs. Like this chair, you can't like if you want them to look at each other, or you want both the chairs to look at you, or you want both the chairs to look out, you can't adjust that. This is just how it is. One faces you and one faces the other. That's it. So if you're having if you're having twins, you're gonna have 2 newborns, you're gonna want both your babies facing you, and you won't be able to do that. You may want to connect both your car seats. You won't be able to connect both your car seats. So like I said, like just keep in mind with this stroller, this stroller, like I said, like it's best for if you have 1 baby and 1 toddler. At the time my son was 9 months, he was already pretty outgrown this chair, and so I just had him here for comfort. He was super happy up here. He, like I said, like with it reclined, with the footrest, you know, the arm tray and stuff, and just how deep it is. He was so comfy. And my daughter was on the bench and she loved it. It was like she was on a ride. So that's how we literally stopped using this chair a very, very long time ago. I have not used this chair at all. It's just not comfortable by the time your baby grows big enough. I had a pretty small baby at 9 months, so I couldn't imagine if like anyone else who has like a bigger baby, because you know, the bigger the babies are, the more mature they are, like the more mobility they're gonna have, because they're old, like they're physically older, you know. So they will not like this chair. The restraints being so tight, they're gonna already be at the, you know, at the time of their lives where they want like more freedom, more mobility. And I bought the one with this, just this cushion. It was like $70 more just to get this piece of cheap little cushion. But without this little cushion, because there's two versions of the stroller, I don't know if that's still the one, because that's the other one is the canopy, like the $200 one, like the cheaper version, and the canopy is like that. And then the more expensive version, the canopy is extended like this. The more expensive version, I had no choice but to get the more expensive version. This version was like $260 at the time, a year and a half ago. And the other one was just $200, and then there were sales in Target for like $180. I don't know if that's still happening, but it was out of stock in the moment when I was buying it, so that was my luck, and I had to get this one. But when I saw that I paid $70 just for like an inch of more shade and a tiny little skinny cushion, I was like, buying an item and not liking it and returning it or selling it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone shame you into that. It happens, because how are we supposed to know that it's like, these products are great, but it's just that everybody has a different situation, everybody has different, you know, taste. So it all depends on who you are, your lifestyle. So it's not that the stroller is bad in itself. It's a great stroller. I love the stroller, but now my situation, my dynamic, it's changed. Like I'm gonna have a 1-year-old and a newborn, and this is just not gonna be it for me, honestly. I got the one that's back there, if you're curious to know. It's an Event Flow double stroller. It's like a single to double, I think that's what it's called, single to double, expands. So you could use it as a single. That's why I got rid of my single. Guys, I live in a 700 square feet apartment, okay? And I'm fitting 2 double strollers up in here. Literally back there behind my couch is the garage. Like their bikes are back there, their scooters, like that's my garage. My strollers are there, so you know, mommy. There's no stroller that's bad. It's just like that each stroller gives you different benefits, you know. They're any more compact than without sacrificing one of the chairs, and that's what this stroller does. And that's perfectly fine, depending on your lifestyle. So that's why, like, I wanted to do like a side-by-side comparison of the double stroller, this one and my other one, but I thought that's pretty insulting to the company, because how can you compare two strollers that serve 2 completely different purposes? It's like, why try to put one down and lift up the other one when literally they're made for 2 different, completely different. Thank you for watching. Bye.